Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
You're listening to TFG Cricket.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to yet new episode of TFG Cricket Podcast. My name is Nikhil and I'm with Vivek Krishnan. Today we are going to talk about two different topics from two different regions. One is the question mark on AB de Villiers' future, and second is Australia has chosen Sridharan, Sriram and Monty Panesar as bowling consultant. So we are going to talk about it. Vivek is with me. Vivek, let's start with your favorite player who only plays for IPL and all other T20 leagues.
Yeah, that's correct.
AB de Villiers.
Yeah.
He has hinted kind of retirement news.
Yeah, Nikhil, I think about a year ago when he stepped down from captaincy, when he gave it back, that is when he said, he's not too sure about the amount of cricket that he needs to be playing and the cramped schedule, calendar. It was a direct hint. I mean, many people felt it was indirectly pointed towards Test cricket, but I clearly realized, look, he's had enough of the longer version of the game. He's been injured now for a while, and he's yet to make an international appearance. Remains to be seen. South Africa have won the series 3-0. We spoke about how tight the batting order looks, and whom do you drop even when AB de Villiers enters the team. Now that is one headache the team will have. But the major headache is between Faf to coach Russell Domingo and AB de Villiers. I don't know, they have said that they will sit down with AB de Villiers and they'll plot a future. They'll discuss as to what he wants to achieve, where he wants to go with Test cricket and all. Ideally, he should be walking into the team for the New Zealand series, Nikhil. And I think he's going to be playing a practice match on the 22nd of January. And that is where the selectors and the fitness trainers, they will assess how his elbow has healed. Mind you, he has not played after that CPL. He played IPL, played CPL, then he skipped. He's been away for many, many months. So we'll know how he's shaping up and if he's fit in time to travel to New Zealand for the 3-match test series. That is one. Even if he's fit, Nikhil, does he want to go? Now, I think all these calls will be taken before the South Africans depart for New Zealand. And I have a very funny feeling that AB de Villiers might just say, okay, this is going to be one last series or one last swing.
He's fit?
He's not fully fit, and like I said, look, he's going to be playing in the practice match in South Africa in a regional cricket tournament. I don't know how he's going to come through. If he does, I think it's just like anybody else says, okay, this is going to be my final series, this is going to be a final swing, I'm going to play 2-3 months of Test cricket leading into the IPL, and then I'm going to just leave the longer format the way it is, and I'm only going to focus on T20, league cricket and ODI cricket. That's a possibility. Already we have seen the kind of turbulence the South Africans have been going through because of quota, because of Kolpak, because of so many things. And Fafdu also mentioned this, that AB played his 100th test match. Dale Steyn has placed 85. Hashim Amla just clocked 100. You don't know if anybody else is going to touch that milestone. But be that as it may, coming back to AB de Villiers, I just get a feeling, Nikhil, because look, there is too much pressure, and also you need to cater to your body because it is so demanding, Test cricket. You can play 3-4 T20s in about a week's time. I think no real damage is done. But to be on the field for 5 days, to slug it out in extreme demanding conditions, I think that takes a lot out of your body. I don't blame him.
A player of this stature, okay, you don't want to see him because he's missing test matches and one day he stands up and say, I'm retiring from cricket.
This is the sad part, Nikhil.
Yeah,
that's where the game has come to. That's why I always say evolution is good, but not to the extent that it is taking away the purity from the game. I think the traditional format is getting hampered for whatever reason. You can blame T20s, you can blame ODI cricket, you can blame selfish behavior, you can blame money, whatever it is, I don't know. But there is a serious impact and people are forced to take such harsh decisions. And who can blame them? At the end of the day, Nikhil, you might be playing a team sport, but you have to make your ends meet, right? When you go back home, you need to pay your bills. You need to go to the grocery store, buy stuff. I mean, that's how bad it is. And AB de Villiers obviously has crossed all that. But again, then the desire comes in. Again, the desperation. Do you really want to keep playing Test cricket? If you do that, you might get injured. In the process, you might also miss a very lucrative tournament like the IPL or CPL, wherein you're going to miss out on millions of dollars for 2-3 months. I don't know if he's going to be ready to take that chance. And in any case, I have a feeling that Virat Kohli is going to be drawn into the scene in a day or two, very secretly by AB de Villiers. A phone call from South Africa to Virat saying, this is what I've thought about, and what I can promise you is you will have my back for the next 2-3 years for Bangalore, and that's done and dusted. The South Africans.
Actually, this was a weird thought in my mind that. I mean, we know how dear AB de Villiers is to us, Indians, and in IPL,
he's probably a brother that Virat Kohli never had.
Yeah,
that's how close he is. I mean, he literally said that AB means the world to me. He said that. Yeah.
So wouldn't it be possible, like players are now looking to get fit for IPL?
It is what it is, Nikhil.
We have this debate about national duties and franchisee duties, but why would you miss out on something like IPL? And that is what AB might be thinking.
Exactly. And do you blame him? I don't know. It is very, very difficult. If I was him, again, in a similar fix. And the fact is, Nikhil, you can't skip ODI cricket. But because if you do skip ODI cricket, then for you to tune yourself from Test to T20 is a bigger challenge, because you need to be in that zone, and that's where players normally don't go away from the 50 over format. They play T20 50. You will never see cricketers playing Test and T20. It is always a combination of ODI and T20. They will say goodbye to the 5-day format. And I think AB de Villiers is also heading down that route. And tomorrow, day after, I think sometime very soon, they're going to be taking a call. And I'll be very, very surprised if he says, I'm going to carry on for the next year and a half or 2 years. I'll be super, super surprised. But I'll be happy. I don't see that coming at all. And that's where I genuinely feel Test cricket, how much can you follow? Will the game sustain? Will the format sustain? Will it prosper? There are far too many doubts. You only have 3 or 4 teams dominating, and I don't know where all this is heading, Nikhil. I think seriously, in very, very soon we'll be doing a podcast. We'll be only talking T20 cricket. It is a possibility. ODI cricket might not be history in the near future, but unless something dramatic is done to Test cricket and somebody stops the rut of players, going away from the scene, it's a bleeding. It's like just flowing, man. You can't.
But you know what?
It.
I feel. This is not how AB de Villiers will, end his career. I think there will be a swan song test match.
That's where I feel he'll travel to New Zealand. He'll say, okay, this is my final test series. I'll play 3 test matches and all that blah, blah, blah will happen.
Because he is that kind of a player who needs that kind of a,
everybody
showbiz
needs.
And
Absolutely. He needs that. Nobody can deny him that, because he has deserved it. He has earned it. And but again, Nikhil, on one side, yes, you are giving him a proper send off, but there is a great element of sadness attached to it. It's very, very disturbing. I can't. I was sitting here and talking about it itself, is so very demoralizing. Why am I even saying these things?
There
comes a point. It's like when we were young, our parents used to say so many things to us. We never used to listen to them. And there came a point they said, I'm not going to say anything to you because it's pointless. And now we realize, now that we have slowly getting into the 30s and 31s, and we realize how tough life is. And if somebody doesn't listen to you, no matter if he's young or elder to you, it is completely demotivating.
Okay, that's
deflating also.
A philosophical touch to AB de Villiers topic. Okay, moving on. Australia has declared the squad for India tour, but what was surprising, they chose the bowling consultant as Monty Panesar and Sridharan Sriram. Sridharan Sriram is a guy who was with RCB camp. He also played for India.
That's correct. Yeah, he played a few one-dayers, I think, and very quickly went away from the scene. Not too many people will remember Sridharan Sriram for sure. Yes, but RCB fans will remember him, the way he cost them quite a few matches. He was an unfit to play in the T20. No disrespect, but he was not fit, guy.
Yeah, so
no, when I say not fit, I'm not talking about the body not moving. He didn't have the skill also.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So they are plotting a good strategy to combat our spinners. But do you think it's a? I mean, what was your thought when you heard about this?
I just laughed about it. I said, you can do what you want. And I'll tell you why. First is obviously Sriram, like you said, played for India, played for RCB. He's been a consultant for the Australian team for I think about 6 months now. When Australia went to Sri Lanka, Nikhil, they got dropped 3-0. He was the consultant. And I think he's going to Dubai. He's going to spend some time with them. So is the case with Monty Panesar. Monty Panesar, who is playing club cricket in Sydney at the moment, will travel to the Centre of Excellence in Brisbane to be with the spin quartet. That is Swepson, Stephen O'Keefe, Nathan Lyon, and there is one more guy in I think Ashton Agar. Yeah, these 4 guys will be there. Is it a good strategy? No, Nikhil. I have a very simple theory. When England were here, England had Adil Rashid, England had Dawson, England had Moeen Ali.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think to a great extent, when they bowled out India, I think in the first 2 test matches, what caused them the series was how poorly they batted against our spinners. So I think you can plan future, you can train, you can do what you want about how to bowl Indian batsmen twice, that is take 20 wickets. But if your own batsmen are not capable of handling quality spin bowling, if they are not able to get 450, 500 on the board consistently, why all this drama?
Okay.
It makes absolutely no sense.
But don't
right?
you think that this consulting would be for batsmen?
No, it is only for. So these guys are spin bowlers. So it is only for these 4
but
spinners.
maybe they will give some tips to how to handle.
I mean, they could. But ideally, you don't ask a spinner to come and teach you how to play spin bowling. You obviously need an expert who has done it, who has got the results. But in this case, I think, Nikhil, you can do all the preparation that you want. You can hire anybody. Monty Panesar might bring more value. And I say this because when Monty was here in 2012 partnering Graham Swan, he won England the series.
Yeah.
He's a proven customer. But Sriram, yes, he's got tremendous experience in Indian domestic cricket. He has been with the Australian team. I mean, the same consultancy was carried on the Sri Lankan tour. What happened? Sri Lanka drubbed Australia 3-0, right?
Yeah.
So if Sri Lanka can offer this kind of pasting to Australia, you just imagine what India can do. So I just feel this whole move at the end of the day, all this drama. And Nikhil, one more thing, even if you employ Shane Warne, even if you employ Muralidharan, okay, I'm not finished with Muralidharan. Muralidharan was, before Sri Lanka, this controversy came about, if you remember, before Australia touched down Sri Lanka.
Yes.
Muralidharan was called in, and everybody said, how can Murali coach Australia? Many years back, he was called a chucker, he was banned from the game, and so this happened. What happened? Nathan Lyon was ordinary, Stephen O'Keefe was ordinary. I mean, Sri Lanka still won.
Yeah.
And if you're talking about somebody, look at the caliber. Where is Mutaya Muralidharan? Where is Monty Panesar? I'm not, this is no disrespect, but I'm just putting down facts, numbers to you. This is very, very practical, right? If Murali could not help the Australian spin bowling conquer Sri Lanka, do you genuinely feel these 2 will help Australia beat India? Please, boys and girls, Jo bhi sun rahe ho, you guys know it, right? I mean, this is like...
So you think it will be, at the end of the day, Mitchell Starc and Joe Sherrill be the highest wicket takers for Australia?
Sure, because even in abrasive dry conditions, these 2 bowlers have the class and the skill. And I'll tell you, you have Muralidharan, you have Shane Warne working with these 4 spinners from Australia. You can tell them where to bowl, how to get a batsman out, what is the strategy, how to be patient. Nikhil, if you can take a donkey near the banks, if the donkey cannot drink water, that's his misfortune or whatever. Similarly, I feel you can coach these guys. But are they skillful? I mean, I might sound a little rude or something, but what I'm trying to say is these guys have to be extremely crafty, extremely skillful. I think
especially
out of the 4,
in Indian conditions.
Especially in Indian conditions. I mean, Shane Warne has struggled here. Mutaya Muralidharan has struggled here. So I don't understand all this. I think out of the lot, Nathan Lyon is probably the classiest spinner of all. But I think if we could tackle Moeen Ali, Nikhil, I think Nathan Lyon can also be tackled, can also be negotiated. And I think Ashton Agar, Stephen O'Keefe, I genuinely don't think they can pose any threat to our batting.
No.
I don't know, we'll have to wait and see what Swepson has to offer. But leg spinners have not done well. So all this dramabazi karte raho. Sometimes I feel you don't have to come out in the public and say, no, that we are...
Maybe it's kind of a mind game.
It is mind game,
Yeah,
but Virat Kohli knows what this is. Whole of India. You and I know, matlab, tum socho yaar. So,
Yes. Yeah. Guys, you can read a lot of these articles on our website, thefangarage.com. You can follow us on Twitter and Facebook at The Fan Garage. You can listen to our podcast on Indusworks Media, Audio Boom, iTunes, SoundCloud, and definitely on YouTube. Subscribe, share, like, and comment. Till then, take care.
Our podcasts bring all the boys to the yard, and damn right, they're better than yours. But you don't need to stand outside in the yard. Just follow IVM Podcasts on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We might be on Tinder too. Just go ahead and swipe right.